Hello everyone and welcome back to a Train Sim World 2 Rush Hour Q&A recap. So we did have, just have the Q&A, it finished about 20 minutes ago. And I've got about five pages worth of notes about things which they've said and questions answered. I've sort of skipped out a few of the little sort of questions where people just moaning, saying, oh, why is that and why is that? So I've skipped out those ones, that's just the key ones. So the German route, obviously Riesa to Dresden, it has been cut back. And we're getting the Great Grossenhire branch. And also, let me have a look at this. Why has it been cut back? And the reason for that is it was just announced too early. Estimates were, yeah, overestimated how much could be done in that amount of time. And yeah, just really be on time and get the routes out in sort of, the time they wanted. And obviously, yeah, quality over quantity, which is very important. And also because it would just delay future DLC. I mean, there was 90 stations on there. Yeah, that's just a crazy amount. I mean, 25 on the Bakerloo, and apparently that was a lot to do. So yeah, I've got no issues with that, cutting that back if it's going to take up too much time. And also you'll be getting the 363, which will be doing shunting services as well. And that is actually going to be in a new livery. I believe it's in blue actually, which will be quite cool. And there's a few subtle changes to it as well. Also, yeah, included in the Riesa Dresden, it's the bypass and fast line, with obviously, yeah, the branch, as well as the chemical factory, which will be cool to see. And then London to Brighton's, obviously, yeah, London Victoria to Brighton via East Croydon, not London Bridge, before anyone asks. And obviously, the Reigate branch is included, which obviously is the sort of 1 mile branch off to Reigate. And it made sense to do that because, yeah, lots of services terminate there. And yeah, it's only a mile or so long. And obviously, yeah, Northeast Corridor is Boston to Providence. And then at, I think it's Canton Junction, you get the Staunton branch, which is 4 miles long. So it was one of those things you may as well do. On to the next page of notes. Which one's this one? Let's see. Oh yes, the season ticket will last until sort of 2021, end of 2021. They're not really too sure yet what's going to be going on for that. And then routes actually have been named differently now. Obviously, on Rush Hour was first announced, it was London to Brighton. Now it's London Commuter. A bit like what they did with the Great Western Express and Rapid Transit and all that sort of stuff. And it really is just to, yeah, routes are named on what they represent. So Rapid Transit, it was proper rapid, a metro, the Talent 2, a London Commuter. It's in the name. It's a commuter line to London. Boston Sprinter, I believe it was. Well, it's a fast train to Boston. It sort of lets people who don't really know the area, well, you can sort of understand what's going to be going on in that route. But yeah. And then how long does it take to come up with the ideas? And then they were saying pretty much ideas funnel down. Someone might say something, and then they'll be like, when are there more passengers? Oh yes, rush hour. And that's sort of how that came about. So it varies. And why the season ticket? And that answer to that was because they just needed more time to get things done. Obviously, by doing that, they can sort of spread it out instead of it being all in one. So it just gives them more time to polish things out and get things sorted without having to rush around. And also, why the extra price? And yeah, quite a simple answer because it is taking more time to get the things done because, yeah, they're spending more time on it. And also, when can you get the season ticket? It will be available at the launch of the first route, although I had a look at Steam and you can actually add it to your wish list. You'll find it on there. What's this? What's this? Um, oh, yes. And also, there'll be a couple of Cane Creek fixes with the Epic Game Edition. Right, next one. The next one is, oh yeah, and obviously on screen you can see all the gameplay bits, so all credit to Train Simulator for that. And yeah, the deluxe edition will include the Train Simulator 2 base game and Rush Hour. So 6 routes for, what would it be, 25 or 35. But I don't know how much the deluxe edition is going to be, but it will be TSW2 base game and Rush Hour. So 6 routes, that sounds good to me. Also, gap between routes. It won't be months and months. Yeah, so it won't be like months and months until, Brighton comes out, as opposed to, yeah, it's not going to be a big gap between routes. And then also, will German route have substitutes? They haven't been set up yet, although the engineer for the route, I believe, will sort of look into that. And also, there's been a couple of additional layers for for reasons Dresden. Obviously, the IC services in the 101 and the ICE services, which will be in the DBBR 406, which obviously is the one from Colnarken, obviously not the green liney one. And why is it going to be free on Epic Games? And yeah, it was quite a simple answer, and I mean, I don't blame them, because Epic Games pretty much said, do you want a game which uses our engine to be promoted, super promotion, as Sam put it? So yeah, and they just like, well, yeah, may as well. So yeah, they obviously super promotion can reach new people, which is obviously really good. And it is going to be the newer version on Epic Games because that was the version which was ready. I mean, that was the functional version. Obviously, the version we have at the moment is sort of the old one in game, and obviously now they've updated it already for Rush Hour. That was the one which was ready to go on the Epic Games. So yeah, the Epic Games Store version will be the sort of newer version with the new menu and all that sort of stuff. And also, how long do you keep TSW2 on Epic Games? Obviously, if you get it between the 29th and the 5th of July, you will be getting it forever. Yeah, forever. And DLC will be sold separately from Steam. So say if you own if you own Hamburg to Lübeck on Steam, that won't then be on Epic Games. So if you're thinking, hang on a second, where's my DLC? Epic Games and Steam are completely different. So yeah, if you've got Hamburg to Lübeck on Steam, you won't get it on Epic Games. You have to buy it again, or just play the Steam version. That's what I'd do. And we got some other bits and bobs as well. So the new donut cursor, there's an option to turn it off. Obviously, you did actually see a bit of gameplay of the donut cursor, and you can now zoom in on console, obviously in the exterior view. So you can sort of go on the camera, a bit like you can inside, but it will be obviously outside. And maps, well, the pause menu map now has station names on it, which is brilliant. But also still no station names on the in-game map. But yeah, that's a lot of work to get done. Also, will there be more customization and flexibility for sort of the menu and the way you play and all of that? And yeah, possibly in the future. And also, are we going to start anything exclusive in terms of DLC? So let's say if they did the West Coast way, would that only be on Epic Games? Would it not be on Steam, PS, all of the other platforms? No, that's not happening. Also, what was this one? East Coastway update is coming with a slightly bigger update, so don't expect that on the launch of Rush Hour. And also, distant field shadowing is not coming to the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. So distance field shadowing, which I believe was where sort of you could see the shadows slightly more sort of further away. Yeah, that's not going to be on the last gen. It's just, yeah, last gen is not powerful enough. But that will be on next gen and obviously PC. And also, there'll be a separate download for the next gen version, as well as a free upgrade for obviously Xbox and PlayStation. And unfortunately, if you are playing on the PlayStation, which I am, obviously I'm level 560 or so, the progress will not go over to the next gen version. But if you're on Xbox, it will. And then last final sheet. Obviously, distance field shadowing will be on every route, but obviously not last gen. Passenger animations will be on every single route. Obviously, the new ones, obviously, where they walk down the steps. And also the passenger volume, so the amount of passengers there are on the platform, will not be on every route. Obviously, only on the rush hour ones. And in the future, obviously, they'll go back and put them onto the other routes. And console now actually has graphical options. Obviously, not really any console games I know of and play actually have it. But it's where you can say, just think of PC in the settings. It says, do you want ultra graphics, high graphics, medium graphics, low graphics? That's now going to be on console, which is surprising, but that will be good. So if you want to play, ultra on the console, you can do that. Even though it might be, say, 30, 40 FPS, not 60, you can do it. And also the Spirit of Steam, this was like a little extra. The Spirit of Steam article, obviously we haven't had one in quite a while. He's got all the information and he'll be writing it up as soon as his holiday is over. So do expect one of them soon. But that was a recap of the Q&A. Obviously, hopefully everyone did enjoy that. Obviously, all credit to Train Simulator for all the footage which was used in the video. Really looking forward to Rush Hour. Obviously, if you have any comments, do pop them below. But yeah, apart from that, do leave a like, do subscribe if you do want to see more. Obviously, you will find links in the description to the Discord server, to the PayPal, and to the merch store if you do want to help support the channel. And I also got a question, why does my mic sound different when I record my news videos? That's because I'm using the old mic as opposed to the new PC one, because, yeah, I don't think it's going to work on the PS5, the new mic, so yeah. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and hopefully we'll see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.